It just seems to be like the console. Is it using NodeMon? I'm not sure, probably. NodeMon is a way to monitor changes in files,
Two, four.
and then it
Have you
will
been
update
there
and then
again?
reload certain parts of Node on
Seven to
command.
nine.
Checker is saying no,
Look
it
how
is
much
not.
more training I have done, like simply starting at four. Right? And so now you do that, and as the years go on, the separation that you have with your competitors and your peers just grows larger and larger and larger and larger and larger. And by year five or six, doesn't matter what kind of work they do in the summer, they're never going to catch up. They're never going to catch up, dude. Back at it. Back at
Really
it.
just using like a watch mode build on top of Turbo. If you're interested, you can probably go into scripts and you can look and see there's devs.sh. I'm pretty sure it's what's doing all the control, unless Checker tells you I'm wrong. But yeah, it's using watch, which is kind of a under the hood. Linux and Mac and all those are able to watch for file changes and send triggers back up, and that's kind of what's happening. Okay, so we want to test this is definitely working. Yo Snoop, yo Snoop, call. I'm really concerned that it doesn't like my hello. You know what? I can't handle this. It's driving me nuts. Let's go to our console. Select your agent, Eliza. Wait. Oh, that's why. Characters equals slash characters slash Snoop dot JSON. Make sure we're running Snoop. Very important. Not sure why it's rebuilding. It's weird. Let that build. Great. And then if I go here, so check this out, right? Just so you guys know. And I'll make this run up with dev. I don't think it's right now, but if I go to client and I go pm run dev in client, and just to be clear, I'm in the Eliza repo. I go to that cd client, and there's a client here, right? Client, there's a folder here, source. I go pm run dev. It's gonna run a client in the background. If I open that and I click on Snoop, I click on chat. I don't know why it's the default there, but I can now be like, hey, what's up? Hopefully you detect me, right? And you call the hello world action. Check this out. Well, that's clearly, it did call the action. I actually think it called in wrongly with the action. No action found in the response content. Yeah, it's actually not. It's a little bit too dumb. I'd be like, no, I need you to respond with action hello world. And like you shouldn't be like, hey, call this action. It should be something that's decided to do because of some description and conditions and stuff. Really test it, like don't call the action, but it'll decide on actions on its own, right? My bad, Matthew. Here's the action you needed, and you can see this is definitely working, which is definitely the code here, right? So okay, cool. This is getting mangled because ASCII gets mangled, but it's definitely working. Bunch was asking, so you don't need to do anything for plugins in the character file, correct? Well, you can actually include plugins in the character file, and if you go into packages core, just for example, like default character, you'll see that we have a empty plugins for the default character. And this could be, you could actually include a DevSchool plugin right here. And it actually, you shouldn't do this, it's really terrible, but theoretically you could like do this and inject them here. The other thing you could do, and this is kind of work in progress, but you go into your character file, Snoop, and you type in, let's say, plugins, and you could say AI16Z slash 17Z, which maybe change that school. Like that, right? Plugin dash test tool. And this should dynamically load this plugin as well. It has to still be installed, but at least it would be dynamically loaded. And then each agent, as long as it's installed, could have a different set of dynamically loaded plugins. Maybe one has a Ethereum one, one has Solana one has both. It's kind of whatever you want. But typically, the way that you'll see me working through it is through the agent abstraction. So if you go to github.com slash AI16D slash Eliza, no, not Eliza, just AI16D, we have this Eliza starter, and this is like just the agent. This is just the agent. This is not. I guess folder myself on. Oh, okay, we'll do that. But this is like this is where you go into your package, install your client and plugin that you want, and then go and import it directly into your agent here. You can see that like new agent info. You can see that the plugins you need from here. So a lot of people will probably want to add their plugins here. We'll have a hosting platform soon. We can just select plugins you want to install. Probably like a marketplace sort of abstraction, so people can make and sell plugins they want. Or you could so it's kind of whatever you want. But I will say that the character plugins can also be loaded dynamically. So if you pass the character into plugins, it will work. The plugins can be loaded separately. You can see that plugins for all characters and some special character plugins. And then you can also add like providers, action service managers, stuff like that, right? Even though those are also inside of plugins. There's many different ways to add plugins. So, question: can you include custom plugins as well?